Double KMG.
All right, welcome.
Aight.
This is Every Second with Cluren Williams. Thank y'all so much for being here with me today. Yes. We blessed. I done had a roller coaster weekday, man. It's crazy, but I got a blessed day today. I got so many people here to support the show. So, hey, man, Ted, let's get rolling, man. Let's get right into the show, man. I want you to bring in Terry for me. Um, um, she is amazing. She is somebody that I need the world to know about. And so that's why I invited her. But I'm gonna let you talk yourself, Terry, and you can tell the world who you are and what you're doing and your specialty. I work with Terry also in the community. So but go ahead. I don't want to hold you up anymore.
Well, Cluren, thank you so much. Yet again, Jinx, you're doing it for the culture. Really honored and excited to be on the show, myself and my daughter.
All right.
I know, right? My name's Terry Mitchell. Like Cluren mentioned, I am a native Austinite, born and raised on the east side. Cluren and I, we've known each other since Dobie Middle School, so we go back 20 years. In that time, I picked myself up by my own bootstraps. And I've been able to, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have a few businesses in and out of the community, and a philanthropist and a community activist, a community servant by way of the Black Leaders Collective. So we work
Some of the
nearly
work
daily.
what's some of the work you've been doing with the Black Leaders Collective lately? What is the new, like, what is on the table right now? Because we talking about Black excellence today, and you represent Black excellence in all the things that you do. And so, what are some of the things that you're doing right now that's on the table that you're focused on with the community that the community should know about? This is a great time to get that out there. I know you got some good stuff to give us. So, go ahead, let us know something about that also.
Yeah, so with the Black Leaders Collective, right now, some really big things that we're working on is an African American men's health clinic. As we all know, Black folk, we've always been guinea pigs, and we don't trust the health system very much. And so, an African American health clinic is going to be the second in the country, the second of its kind in the country. The first and only one exists in Chicago, Illinois. And it really is a place and a space where Black men can see representation in their doctors and their nurses and feel comfortable and trust their healthcare providers. So that's coming. It's set to open next month. We're about 2 months behind. So I'm really excited about that and what that means for the Black man. The Black man is the head of our households. And what that means is if he's healthy, then the rest of the household will be. So really excited about that. It'll be right off of 183 in Cameron. So it's right there where, where we are or where we were. And then another big piece is the county is getting $119 million in federal funds to work on housing. And so we realized in that federal proposal, that there was no Black service providers getting paid. So we kicked down the door on that, and is now getting about 11 Black service providers that focus on homelessness and affordable housing paid upwards of $3 million in collective amount to do the work. So those are two big things that we're working on, but I'll say go to our website, the Black Leaders Collective, atx.com. We have our 2021 agenda there, and you'll also get to see all the great work that we're doing.
All right. So I got a question for you. Give us a positive message or like a word for the day also, something that you live by, that you go by every day to keep you coping through some of these, hard time and difficult times for all of us. What are some of the messages that you're using yourself that you can give us and have for us that we can take with us also?
Well, one thing that is clear is that, we're still in a place of struggle. We're still in a place of strife, but since we're only 50 years out of the civil rights movement, right? And in that short span of time, we've seen a Black president, right? We've seen a Black vice president. And so for me, the word that I constantly use is resiliency. We are a resilient people. And that means what don't die multiplies. And every time they try to break our spirit, break us, oppress us, we come back even bigger, better, and stronger, and we do it in a third of the time that they had to do it. And so resiliency is the word that always sticks with me. Acknowledging my ancestors and understanding that, yes, things are hard right now, but it's not as hard as working 10 hours a day in a cotton field 6 days a week, right? And for free for the man, right? And so when you really think about it and put things into perspective of where you are and where they were, you realize we are incredibly blessed, and we get to stand on their shoulders and do their work. And it makes things easier. It makes the work easier. We become more grateful. So resiliency, gratefulness, hopefulness, optimism, those are the words that I use. And just like what you mentioned, Black excellence, we truly are an excellent people. We are bigger, we're better, we're stronger, we're faster, we're smarter, we're more innovative. And those are all of the things that they're afraid of. So when you really know your power and your worth, there's nothing that we can't do, and there's no way that they could ever hold us down.
You're right about that. You're right about that. So, there's some local organizations that you work with. Could you give us like a shout out of some of the local nonprofit organizations that you work with that you suggest and other people to get involved with to reach out to? Maybe even do you have some resources that you know on hand that people should be able to look up and also be able to utilize also too? I know you got. I know you work in a lot of different departments, so I'm just asking, do you have any of those things available?
Yeah, to shout out some restaurants, I definitely shout out I feel like Six Square is doing a really good job, the Austin Area Urban League, Austin Justice Coalition, Measure Austin, um, Black Austin Coalition. These are just to name a few, but really and truly, it's the community leaders that don't have organizations attached to them that's doing the work. Cluren, you're an activist and revolutionary all by yourself, and I know you're attached to all of the organizations that I mentioned. But at the end of the day, it's our true local, cornbread fed, on the ground, boots on the ground leaders that are doing the work. So shout out to the East Side. Shout out to
Yeah,
everyone that's been holding it
East
down for
Side.
each other.
Yeah,
Um,
East
because
Side.
we really can't do it without each other. And as far as resources, that's
Yeah,
all I ever want to
East
be
Side.
is a resource. So, check me out, look me up. I'm happy to share my phone number and email address. If there's any way that I can plug in and help you and your business, I'm always happy to do so. It's all
Yeah,
about economic justice for me. I really want to make sure that we're spreading the money around.
already. See, I'm gonna need that too. I'm gonna need the support because actually, the one of the police brutality cases I'm gonna bring up this week is the case with my brother. Um, this week we went and we fought hard, but I hate to say it, we lost. We lost in trial in federal court where Lawrence Parrish was shot over 12 times by the Austin Police Department, and now he will not get anything, any type of justice, any type of way to compensate for this situation that happened that was basically dragged out for 4 years. But it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop the fight. Actually, I was down and I actually decided, man, after talking to a few people, a lot of people actually was reaching out to me, telling me keep my head up. I realized, man, that I put my all in it. You know how you get some good food and they say, man, I put my foot in it, stuff like that. Sayings like that just to show that and prove that they did they did their best and you gonna get their best work. Um, from day one when my brother was shot by the Austin police, I was living in ignorance. I was very naive to certain things. I was not really even open minded to things outside of what I wanted to do. Very selfish and self centered. But that day um, changed my life, and so it also helped me start doing things in the community and other people's communities and in the world that also sparked the light and fires in others and got other people involved. And it also changed a new way of life and gave us a new way of life in Austin, Texas. That is something I'm aware of, and that must go on. And we will continue to fight and continue to go on, and we will continue to build one another, and will continue to to go against this systematic depression, this systematic racism. God has the last laugh. One thing that I did was I never fought for my brother for money. So for all you people out there and you spectators and all you people dropping salt on my name and said that I was doing this to get some money and I was living off my brother name, I want you to know something right now. Not one day, not 1 second, not 1 minute, not 1 hour did I do this for money. I did this for justice. And that justice is not giving us any peace. We did not get justice, so we don't have peace. So therefore, we have to keep going and we have to keep working and uniting. So shout out to everybody, Rob Ranko, Chris Tolbert, Chaz Moore, Stephen Brown, all the people that initially got involved with this, jumping in the case, fighting all the private eyes. Julian, shout out to Julian, man, the media outlets, all the reporters, Fox 7, everybody, Bridget. Thank you for giving us a chance to give us the real truth. Put the spin back in our corner. I was able to take this story from a local story of a man who was gone out of his mind and was gunned down, basically shot at the police. And I took it from a community story to a statewide story, from a statewide story to a viral story, and now we're still talking about justice for Lawrence Parrish 4 years later, and that in itself is God's grace. And so, if He does nothing else for us ever again in life, He woke us up today. That's the mind frame we gotta have, and that's the mind frame we're gonna keep. Okay, so I got Black Business of the Week. Nikki, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming on here, Nikki Porter, Arnikia Robinson Porter. I'm sorry. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, Victor. I know you on here. He was on here last week, so people gonna get used to seeing Victor. So I'm make sure I don't say nothing to him anyway right now, because he don't got to say nothing, because he always gonna be here every chance I can. I'm gonna get him here. But so
Absolutely.
get you here, and we need to know about you. And I spoke about you last time. So for anybody that's been keeping up, just know that I've already addressed the world about this queen here. So go ahead, Arnikia Robinson, please give us an introduction on yourself.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Good afternoon or evening. So I'm author Arnikia Robinson. I am an author, a motivational speaker. I also have a couple of businesses. I have a brand that is pretty much going nationwide titled Bendable but Unbreakable. I have a publishing company titled Sweet Genola. And I have 12 authors up under my publishing company. I'm in the process now of pitching my trailer for my movie, Bendable but Unbreakable. And I am then took on a new role, which is mentor slash life coach. So I have a few hats that I wear.
Already. Arnikia Robinson helped me publish both of my books. She helped me get one of my I don't want to say the lifelong dreams, but for sure once I set that goal out there, it became something like a lifelong dream, and she helped me fruitfully bring that to life. And for that, she will always have a solid place in my family, and my support,
Thank
and in my
you.
heart. But that's not all she does. She is somebody that motivates and gets everything. So when I speak on Black excellence, this is the face of Black excellence. This is what it looked like. This is where somebody comes from the mud for real. That I know for sure come from the mud, because a lot of people get that misconstrued nowadays. But I know for sure when I say this to her, she knows that I know this, and she knows that that is true. She really came from the mud on this to be in the position that she's in right now. That is a blessing. That's God's work, and that's God's grace right there. And so,
Thank you.
what kind of positive message can you give us that you live by every day, to keep, get through? Because I know that you do a lot of things, a variety of things. Your public speaking and motivational speaking. We just came from a event, just actually this past week that you invited me to, and it was beautiful. It was nice. We actually have a guest here that spoke at the event. If you like, you can let us know about it and your upcoming events that you got coming up. What you got coming up? What's your new projects? Where you at right now? I know we've been rocking for a little minute now, but I need to know where you at right now, because I don't get to talk to y'all as much as we used to because of so much things. But now I got some stuff out the way, and I need to know where you at right now also.
Okay, so right now, as Cluren said, I had just did my domestic violence conference, Don't Hush, Speak Up. And I do that annually because I'm also a domestic violence advocate slash expert. And the next event I will be doing will be November the 13th. It'll be in Houston, Texas, to have a chance to talk to some of the survivors.
Okay. Arnika, you went out there right there real quick. Somebody probably tried to call you or something. Ted, buzz me back in some of my artists real quick. Victor, we gonna keep on rolling up. We'll bring Arnika back in here in a minute, man. But we wanna still get these artists in here because we got some things we want to talk about today. Certain news that didn't hit my ears again, man, is another school shooting right here in Arlington, man. For some reason, school only started for what, in August, probably for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
And they ain't been nothing but school shooting after school shooting after school shooting. And I don't know if y'all even notice or recognize. I don't know how much y'all watch the news and stuff like that, but they've been going around everywhere, man. And the one in Arlington is basically starting to be justified because the guy was being bullied.
He was
Now
being
this
bullied.
is why I'm starting stop the violence, gloves up, guns down event. Reason by because you wouldn't have to worry about your kids in my perspective. Now let this be known. This is my perspective because I'm not gonna okay no boy killing nobody. I don't care how much you done got bullied. I don't care how much you done got your butt whooped. I'm not trying to hear all that. That don't make no sense. So we gonna just keep it real. In my perspective, if you are able to train and teach these kids that fighting is not violence. Again, if you fighting in the strip club drunk and the stripper's right in front of you and you and the other nigga right here mugging each other and he hit you with a bottle, y'all start squabbling and 15 niggas get shot and killed and everybody die in the middle of the night for nothing, that ain't boxing. Okay? That ain't getting in the ring, putting on no gloves, having some respect for yourself. Boxing, you can't use your feet, you can't bite people, you can't elbow, you can't spit, you can't do a roundhouse, you can't do backflips, you can't do. This is the most elegant type of fighting that we have. You get what I'm saying? Martial arts and all these other things, jiu-jitsu, anything you want to do, they are all teaching you how to protect yourself, right? And one thing that we need to know is the greatest warriors, okay, ain't the ones who can beat you down and kill you and choke you and choke you out with one hand and hit you on your neck with a chop and break your spine. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. The greatest warriors are the ones who don't choose to fight at all. So my thing is this: if you teach your kids some things that'll give them discipline, that'll teach them how to control their five senses, knowing how to protect themselves, where do you see the violence in that? You ain't got no business letting your 18-year-old, 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 17-year-old boy walk out the house and he don't know how to drop his head in windmill. Now, I know one thing for sure. I was short coming up and I was on the east side. And every time I went outside, somebody tried to fight me, girl and boy, because in my hood, we had sisters and brothers. And I don't know if y'all know, but black women, when I was coming up, would whoop your ass. They'll call you out and tell you, I'll fight boys too, in a heartbeat. And they'll be ready, and they brothers and sisters gonna jump you. If you ain't got no brothers and sisters, you in trouble. Because in the hood, you come up, you got the Browns family, the Williams family, you got the Cardwell family, you got the Hill family, Carter family. You got these people got families. So it's more than one of them. You're not fighting one of them. You're fighting all of them. You get what I'm saying? So I got jumped plenty of times. But even though that ain't even the case, what I'm saying is it was people trying to bully us when we were little. Fat kids always be the main ones, all the ones. They all the time. I don't know about y'all, but in my hood, most of the fat kids was the ones that try to punk you and bully on you. Man, I dropped my head and got the pop, 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 and popped that boy in the nose, took off running. Man, ain't nobody fuck with me never again out there. And they ain't even teach me how to fight. That was on natural reaction. I was like, look, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I'm not that type of person. I'm not scared of humans. I would drop my head and swing and kick, whatever. We go in there and I'm going back to the house. But the point is I don't understand what's wrong with teaching these children, these kids, these young adults, how to defend themselves and protect themselves. You ain't got to always run and resort to go get no gun. Now you getting bullied. You tired of, oh yeah, he told the principal, his mama came up there and told the principal, oh, they all tired of him getting his ass whooped. Put him in boxing. You tired of him getting his ass whooped, put him in boxing. See if he keep getting his ass whooped then. You ain't tried to put him in boxing, but you went and got it for somehow, some way, he can go get a pistol. Now he got all the time in the world. He can do whatever he want. 18 years old, can't even drink no liquor, ain't really supposed to be smoking nothing, doing none of that. But he can go get a pistol. Now, this is my problem. My problem is how we okay killing another brother. But you get destroyed in your career, in your life, if you say something about the LGBT community. See, one thing I'm not understanding is how can all these famous artists, musicians, movie stars do all this dirty stuff, kill people, rob people, set people up, slap you with pistols, tie you up, rape you, and y'all support them. But soon as he say something about the LGBT community, you got to mute him. Matter of fact, they deleted R. Kelly, took him off of YouTube. Now, Kelly, if you gonna do that, y'all could did that a long time ago, man. Everybody been knowing what Kelly was about. Y'all want to wait all this time. Now I don't understand about the music part, but hey, man, that's just what that is. And these rappers, they not lasting long, man. One of my little favorite rappers coming out right now, it was Pooh Shiesty. He facing life in prison right now. His trial date start October 25th. Boy got conspiracy, possession of firearm, violent crimes, robbery, and discharging a firearm and some other stuff, man. And it's crazy, man, because he facing life. Like they love to throw that life out there, and in Texas, they'll throw life on you for 5 rocks just to make you sign for some time. It's crazy. I ain't bull crapping. But nonetheless, man, like I said, man, that's the different news that I done picked up of this week. And we got some artists on here too. So Ted, can you bring in the artists, man? I wanna chop it up with some of my artists. I want to get them involved and have them on here and get their input of what's going on. Nikki, you went out right there before when you was trying to tell us what you had coming up and stuff, and I couldn't hear nothing of what you were saying. So, if you remember where we left off at, could you let us know what you got coming up, any events you got coming up, what you're doing, your new projects? You the reason why I met Lisa Lee, Lisa Ray. You know what I'm saying? You the reason why I met Lisa Ray, you know what I'm saying? Players Club, legendary, you know what I'm saying? I always love Lisa Ray. I ain't gonna get into that because I don't want to be disrespectful, but yes, Lord. Oh, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Lisa Ray, man, for real, still fine. But thank y'all so much. Stay positive, stay dangerous, stay woke. And I'll holler at y'all later, man. See you next week at the same time. Peace.
Scotty! Life is a dream.